Hello my ADHD, autism, or just general wanting to improve your life people. This video is for you. So this is a system that I have basically worked on over the last 5 or 6 years that helps me basically have my dream life. I have health I want, I have the job I want, I have everything that I need. And in order to do that requires maintenance. Every day I have to work on myself, every day I have to work on my environment, and this list helps me to know what to do, to track what I've done and what to do next. And it gives me a constant supply of dopamine all day so that I can get everything done that I need to get done. By the end of the day I've done enough that I made the next day a little bit easier to live. And the next day and the next day, and each day I go through this list. Each day, tomorrow becomes easier and more fun. So I want to show you what this list is. I'll zoom in a bit. Yes, I don't know if you can actually read these, depends on how big your screen is. But basically I make one sheet for every month. So this is January. So at the top there's 31 boxes for the days. And then down here, this is not all the tasks, but the most important tasks that I have to do in order to have a healthy, happy lifestyle. So each day I do a task and I tick it off. And by the end of the day, I haven't actually filled these in yet, but at the bottom I calculate how many X's, how many things I didn't do today. But so far, fingers crossed, the first 3 days of the year, I have done everything on my list. So the first 3 days, I get 0 score for each day because I've completed everything. There's no missed tasks. And then at the end of the month, I add up all of the X's from the bottom, and that gives me a score for the month to say how well have I actually done this month in achieving the goals that I've set out to achieve. First on the list, wake up. I do this because it's a reminder. Let me zoom out again. So the first thing is wake up. Now, why do I put wake up on my list of tasks? Well, hundreds of thousands of people died yesterday. They didn't wake up today. Or they're bedridden because they're sick and they can't get out of bed. So the fact that I woke up and got out of bed means that today I can actually do something useful for my life. So the first thing I do, I wake up, I tick wake up, because then it just gives me that, a little bit of a kick to say, I woke up today, loads of people didn't, so come on, let's go, let's do something today. Then I take my dog for a walk and give him his breakfast, because he also needs to have food and training. Next I have a cup of tea, because I drink tea all day. I love tea. I don't drink coffee at all, but tea is my drink. So I wake up, I have a cup of tea. And then I go and do a Czech lesson on Duolingo, because I live in the Czech Republic and the Czech language is absolutely horrendous to try and learn. So every day I try to do multiple Czech lessons. I do some in the morning, some in the afternoon, some in the evening. So I do my Czech lesson, and then I take some pre-workout and vitamins, whatever supplements I want for that day, and then I go to the gym. First thing I do in the gym, I either do if it's summer, I do some biking out in the fields, or go for a run, or if it's absolutely horrendous weather, then I go inside in the gym and I do some trampoline or cross trainer, or I sometimes just run around my house because it's so big I can actually just run around the house. And then I do a gym workout. So the first day is Monday. I start my program. It's a Monday to Sunday program. So Monday is arm day, or everything upper body day. Tuesday is legs day. Wednesday is core day. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday I repeat. And then on Sunday I just do cardio and stretching a little bit in the gym. I don't do any weights on a Sunday. As soon as I finish the gym training, then I go for breakfast. I do intermittent fasting, not for any magical reason, but just because if I eat before the gym, I can't train very well, I throw up. So that's not pretty. So I train first and then I have my breakfast. Today, tofu scramble with a bagel and some fresh orange juice. If I have fresh oranges, I always use fresh oranges. If I don't have them, then I use bottled orange juice. Fresh is better, tastes better and is better for you. So after I've had my breakfast, then I take Mikey for another walk. We usually try and, I do about 10,000 steps a day. Mikey comes with me for half of them, but because of his problems with his legs, I don't give him as much exercise as he used to get, because I've got to be careful that I don't damage him anymore. So today I had my breakfast, so when I have the breakfast I tick it off and walk Mikey. I haven't walked Mikey yet. I'm going to finish this video and then take him, but the next on the list is make some videos. Make something for YouTube, make something for websites, make something for Instagram, Facebook, film or edit some kind of video that I can use online to make some more money. So then I tick off make a video. Sometimes I spend 2 or 3 hours working on business, and then when I start to feel hungry again, I go for my lunch. Today I'm making a chickpea salad, so if you want to see the recipe of chickpea salad, then I'll post that later. After I've had all my work and there's lunch, then I work on my house a little bit. I do some housework, do some cleaning, or do some laundry, or build something, repair something, just something that makes my local environment more better, for function and clean, and just generally improve my environment. Because if you just live in a complete chaotic mess, then your brain is going to be a chaotic mess. So keep your outside environment as clean and tidy as possible, and it helps your brain stay clean and tidy as well. You say, oh, I've got ADHD, I can't keep clean. Well, that's the whole point of this list. It makes you do something. It gives you a visual cue. It's on the fridge, so I walk past this multiple times a day. It must be 10, 20, maybe even more times a day I walk past this list. So I go to the toilet and I was like, oh, let's just check the list. Everything I've done, I tick off, and then I was like, okay, well, what's next? ADHD paralysis with decisions can be like, I've got too many things to do, I don't know what to do next. So this list tells me what's next on my list of things that I need to do in order to maintain my life. So I check, okay, next, okay, work on the house. Okay, so I go and do some laundry, I do something, whatever. That doesn't include kitchen stuff because that's a separate task. But I do something to look after my house. And then it's Mikey's feeding time again, so he has dinner at 5 o'clock. So at 5 o'clock I give him his food and take him for another walk. And then I do another Czech lesson. I try to do 2 sets of lessons with Duolingo. And then I added another app, Mondly, for doing Czech lessons, which I do at some random time in the day when I feel like it. I do Mondly Czech lessons. So yeah, next I do dinner. I usually have dinner about 7 o'clock, and now I try to stop eating. At 7 o'clock I finish my dinner, that's it, no snacks, nothing afterwards. Between 12 and 7, so I usually have breakfast about 12 and dinner about 7. I eat whatever I want, and then at 7, stop, no more snacks, no more calories, no more drinks with calories, no more caffeine. Because I have absolute hell trying to go to sleep. So if I don't eat, sugary snacks are the worst thing for me. I crave and eat them all the time, so I don't have them in the house, and that way I can't eat them. So after I have dinner, then I plan what I'm going to eat the next day. Then I don't want to wake up and say, oh, what am I going to eat? I don't know, and then get distracted and mess around and not eat, because sometimes people with ADHD and autism, they don't even eat or drink. They don't drink enough, they don't eat, they forget to eat until like 5 o'clock in the evening. This is not healthy for you. Right? So plan what you're going to eat the day before you go to sleep. So I wake up, I know I'm having tofu scramble on toast, I know I'm having some fake chicken strips and potatoes and carrots and parsnips for dinner tonight, and for lunch I'm going to make a chickpea salad. Every time I cook something, I cook enough for 2 or 3 or 4 days, sometimes more, and freeze them so that I've got ready meals ready for when I can't be bothered to cook. So plan your meals. Calculate your calories. If you're trying to lose weight, then it's a good idea to track your food on some kind of app, which I don't bother now, but I have done in the past. And then the rest of this list, so I make sure that I've posted something on social media or some other thing to promote the hotel or promote videos for YouTube, promote my recipes or various other things. Have I done something that helps my future business? So the first task is to actually make content. The second task is to promote that content so that I can continue to make more content. So if you like this video and this helps you with your planning and stuff, then share it with anyone else you know who has ADHD, who can't get their life together. So after I've finished work now, I've done everything that I need to do in terms of business. So next I clean my kitchen, because I want to wake up in the morning with a kitchen that's clean and ready to go, and I don't have to worry about doing the washing up before I eat. I just wake up and I can go straight, make a cup of tea, go straight into having breakfast without having to clean the kitchen first. And also helps with keeping flies and pests away. If you have a dirty, disgusting kitchen, then you're going to end up with nasties in your kitchen. So clean your kitchen every day. It's not hard. So next I go to my club. I built a club for a reason, because I like raving, and every day I dance, and I dance in a specific way that takes all of my joints and moves them into their end range of motion to improve my overall mobility, because I have very tight muscles all the time, and I suffer with a huge amount of, I have in the past had huge problems with muscle pain and back pain and joint pain and everything else. So every day, without fail, I stretch and dance in my club, or sometimes I stretch and dance in the living room. Doesn't matter where you do it. Sometimes I go outside in the field with headphones on and just dance in the field, and I don't care what people think of me. You just have to not give a shit what other people think of you in life. It's not worth it. It's none of their business what you do, what you look like, or what you wear. So I stretch and dance in my club, and then I train my feet specifically, because I don't wear shoes. And that's just one of the things that people really cannot understand about me, but I don't wear shoes. I'll do another video all about that. I can talk for hours about why I don't wear shoes. So I specifically train my feet every day in some way or another to help me be strong enough to not wear shoes. You have to train every day. You can't just not wear shoes and forget about it. You have to walk in a specific way, you have to train in a specific way in order to do it safely. So I train my feet every day. I make a whole video about the training that I do. And I have a massage. Every day I have one of those massage guns, a vibrating massage gun, and I mostly massage my legs with it because my calf muscles, because I walk barefoot, my calf muscles get absolutely destroyed, and they have lots of knots in them. So every day I use a massage gun on my legs, and then I check if I've done 10,000 steps by the end of the day. If I haven't done 10,000 steps yet, then I go either for a walk or I dance around the club a little bit longer, whatever I need to get up to the 10,000 steps. And walk Mikey again one last time for pee-pee before he goes to bed. And then the final, I sit and watch a movie or TV show or podcast or YouTube channel or something just to relax. I sit in bed, chill out, and give Mikey cuddles, and then go to sleep. Usually trying to sleep between 10 and 11 o'clock. I aim to turn the TV off and go to bed. You shouldn't really watch TV straight before bed, but it's good for me to chill out a little bit. So I go to sleep 11ish, or sometimes 3 in the morning when I actually fall asleep, because when you have ADHD, falling asleep is horrible sometimes. But when I sleep, once I'm asleep, it's not too bad. Mikey wakes me up sometimes But I don't set an alarm. I wake up either when I need to go to the toilet or when Mikey needs to go to the toilet. So whoever wins on holding needing to pee is the first person to get up. So he wakes up first, he wakes me up. If I wake up first, I wake him up, and then we get on with our day. So once I get through all of these tasks and tick every single one, write my score down the bottom, and I know that I've done everything I can today to try and make tomorrow easier and to try and make today as much fun as I can. Because you shouldn't live life for tomorrow, live life for today, because today is only the only day that you're guaranteed to have. Tomorrow you might be dead, you might get hit by a bus tomorrow. So make sure today that you have as much fun as possible and do the things that you enjoy, but also make sure that you can have a good day tomorrow as well, because chances are you're going to wake up tomorrow. Most people wake up, some people don't, but when you wake up the next day, you start again. You only have now in your life. You can't be in tomorrow. You can only be in today, and you can only be in right this moment now. So this list helps to organise the nows in a. It's not perfect. It's not a strict list of when I do them in a specific order. It's just a general checklist that's roughly chronological. But if I manage to get through this list every day for the whole month, then my life is so much better. My health is better, my fitness is better, my happiness is better, my dog is happy, my house is clean, I'm making more sales on business. Everything gets better. If I don't do this list, everything gets worse. So you have a choice. You wake up in the morning, you can either make your life better, or you can sit around and be miserable and not do anything to improve your life and expect someone else to come in and save you and do your shit for you. Well, if you're an adult, you've got to do it yourself. You have to. You have to learn to live with. If you've got ADHD or autism, it's hard to function in this world. So build your world. Build a world that you are happy with. Build a world where you do all the things that you enjoy. This is my personal list. Your list will be completely personalised to you to help you make your life better. If you're interested in finding out more about this system, then let me know and I'll make a video about how to design your personalised system like this. I have one that sits on my fridge. I also have another one which is my office, which I use, which is work-specific tasks. There's like 20 tasks on there that are specific to making money. Whereas this is a self-care, sort of general life happiness chart. So this is all the things I need to do personally, and the other list is all the things I need to do for business. And by the end of the day, if I've done everything on this list and everything on the work list, wow, there's like nearly 50 tasks on the list. So it's a lot of things to try and do in one day, but I try. And most days I get this fairly close to finishing. Some days I might miss a couple of things, but generally I'm pretty good with this one. The other list, not quite so good, but getting better. You know, the whole idea of this is it's a tracking system that sees how you progress or how you get worse. It gives you accountability. One of the biggest problems people have is they don't have accountability. They don't track what they do, they don't track what they think, they don't track what they eat, and end up just in a downward spiral. Because if you don't choose how to get your dopamine, your brain will automatically default to the easiest way to get the most dopamine with the least effort, which is quite often sitting down, watch TV, eating snacks. It will give you dopamine all day. You can sit there and do that all day, your brain is happy, your brain don't care. Your brain just wants dopamine. And if you don't control how you give your brain dopamine, your brain will automatically do the easiest thing it can. Most of the time that's sit around doing fuck all, or just playing on a game all day and achieve nothing in your life. Or you can choose how to get dopamine. Everything on this list gives me dopamine for free all day. And when I started doing this, I noticed how it changes everything about the way you approach life, because You're not in automatic mode anymore. You're making conscious decisions. I'm going to do this. And the process of doing this is going to give me dopamine, as well as the completion of the task gives me dopamine. So it's not just I do this horrible thing and then I get dopamine. It's that I do this thing that's going to benefit me, and while doing the thing it gives me dopamine, and then at the end when I tick it off I get an extra little boost of dopamine, and that little hit there when you tick it off is like, boom, yes, I've done something good for myself. What's next? And the list already tells me what's next, so I don't have to choose, I don't have to think, I don't have to like, oh my god, oh what do I do now? I just follow the list. The list tells me everything I need to do. Some days change a little bit, not every day is exactly the same, but for the next 3 months I live in basically hibernation mode. I basically don't leave my house, apart from going for a run or walking my key. I don't go anywhere, I don't do anything. I just focus 100% on improving my life. And then when it comes to April, I emerge from my cocoon, a new butterfly, and take on the world in the summer and try to have as much fun as possible, because at the moment it's fucking cold outside, it's snow, and it's not particularly pleasant to be outside anyway. So the next 3 months is go internal, work on my mind, work on my body, work on my house, work on my business, and just generally try to achieve more than I would sitting watching TV. I don't understand why people just they complain about their lives, but they don't do anything to make their lives better, which doesn't make any sense to me. Why constantly moan about your life? I don't have this one, I don't have this body, I don't have this, I don't have that, whatever, and complain about it, but then don't do anything to make it better. So this list helps me to achieve what I want to achieve, and if you want to help your own life, then make your own list, put it somewhere where you see it every day, at least somewhere. The fridge for me is the best place, because I'm constantly opening the fridge either to get food or to make a cup of tea or something, or I walk past it every time I go to the toilet. So I walk past it many times every day, so I can't ignore it. It's there visually in my space. One of the problems with ADHD is if something's not in your vision, then it kind of disappears from your consciousness. So if you put it somewhere that's so obvious that you can't ignore it, then it forces you to look at the list, and it forces you to be accountable and tick off what you do and tick off what you don't do, so that you know that if I didn't do some stretching or dancing today, well, it's not the end of the world that I didn't stretch today, but if I had have stretched, it would have been better for my health than not stretching. So if there are any X's on there, then I know that I'm not making the best effort possible to improve myself. So it gives me accountability to say, okay, well this week I've had 4 X's on stretching, this I need to work on more. And then if I notice any parts of this list that are dragging behind a little bit, then I focus more on picking those tasks up and getting those back up to 0 again. Because at the end of the day, the goal is, by the end of the month, to have a score of 0 for my particular list, and for your list would be the same. There are apps on phones that do a similar thing to this, but if it's on an app in my pocket, I'm not looking at it. I'm not thinking about it. I have to get my phone out, start my phone, open the app, and then see the list. And there's too many tasks in between the thought and the action. So I need to have the stimulation of the list that triggers the action, not have to do the action to get the list to then fill it in, because that works backwards, and that's not going to help. If you have ADHD, then those things, you have to work in the right order. You have to get the stimulation first to get dopamine to do the task. So this helps me with that planning and organisation. So next task right now, I'm going to make some of my ADHD rocket fuel chocolate drink. I'm going to take Mikey for a walk, and then I am going to put this video up on YouTube, and hope it helps in some way. Like some people say, oh, having a plan doesn't work, having a to-do list doesn't work. well, if you don't make it work, it won't work. You have to make it work. Right? You can't just expect magical things to happen without any intention. You have to put your intention into something. Right? It's I don't know, a good way to describe it, like, but the power of intention is what basically creates all of existence. So if I can think all day, I want a cup of tea, I want a cup of tea, I want a cup of tea. I really want a cup of tea, really want a cup of tea. I want a cup of tea, I really, really want a cup of tea. No cup of tea will ever happen until I get off my ass, go to the kitchen and make a cup of tea. Like, and the same with all your tasks, all your dreams, everything you want in life. You have to have the power of intention first, and then take action on that intention. So this is basically an intention list, and then as I have the intentions and I complete the actions, I tick them off. And then that way I'm in a constant state of creative energy. My dopamine, I wake up in the morning, I feel like shit. Like, everybody with ADHD that I know of wakes up in the morning, they're tired, they're in pain, their joints don't work, everything about their body's like, can't be bothered. And sometimes I can stay in bed all day. I can stay in bed till midday, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I don't care. But this isn't going to be a happy, fun, healthy, successful life. So I get up, I make the intention that today is going to be a good day. You start with the right mindset, then through the day, each time you do a task, complete the task, tick off the task, you keep boosting your dopamine all day, all day, all day, all day, all day, until eventually you go to sleep and you can't sleep. If anyone knows how to get to sleep with ADHD, then let me know, because that's the only thing that really annoys me, is lying in bed and not being able to sleep properly. So that's the biggest thing that I really need to work on, is trying to sleep better. Yeah, I'm not going to give you any advice on how to sleep better, because I have no idea. But I do know how to plan and make a life happy and successful. So 9 years ago I was homeless, now I own a hotel. So if you put into action the things that I talk about on this channel, then you can improve your life too. Don't wait for a saviour, nobody gives a fuck. No one's going to come and help you. If you're homeless, no one gives a shit. Nobody cares whatsoever. If you're homeless on the street, people just walk past you and ignore you, they don't give a fuck. So don't let yourself get there. Work on yourself every day. Work on your environment every day. Work on your mind and your body, and work on ideas. The whole world is just built with ideas, so have some good ones. Right, see you in the next video. Hope this helps. If it does, like it, share it, and comment below what your daily tasks are to help you have a happy life. See you later.